let's get to the point.
Hello, excuse me. Hello everybody, I'm just on my super flat here that I've been using for quite a while, and I've been playing around with wireless redstone lately, and I guess I guess I don't have to build a basic wireless, but just for the sake of doing it, I'm gonna make a wireless signal, or just a single receiver wireless. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so the first thing, of course, is we gotta have the clock. So that's built by doing this. And then you can see that we get a pulse from that every time. So the way I just turn that off, at least manually, is just by doing that with the redstone. As you can see, I've done it over here too, but that works for both of them. So then you take piston and some blocks like that. Actually, leave that one. That lets you place down the boat easier. You don't need it, but just in case you need to repair, it's probably the best thing to do. And then you put the boat down, put an iron bar, or glass pane. Glass pane works too. And then you just run some redstone. And I believe this is all you have to do. Other one. Okay. It's weird. As you can see, this is my problem with a single receiver. It's very, very unreliable. So I've been developing dual receivers. This one is a very, very big one that I made a while ago. And then I realized some design flaws that made it way too big, and over time I just compacted it down using different XOR gates. That's a big one, and then you get smaller, and then even more compact yet. And I even have some signs down here, and the dimensions are if you put this thing in an exact square or rectangular room. So this part actually is included in that too, the whole design. And even I include the ground and even stuff just sitting on top. I include that too. So this one is 7 by 15 by 5, which is 525 blocks. Very big for its purpose. And as I go on with versions, if you're wondering why that one's version 1 and this one's version 7, is because this is similar to the design, but I just kept tweaking and moving and stuff on the same build until it got to the point where working on the same design would be too much work, and so I just went ahead and skipped to another build, version 8. And this build is 3 by 10 by 4, which is 120 blocks, 405 less at 23% the size of that. So that's pretty small compared to that. Now it works the same way, and then this is even more compact, using a few more silly redstone tricks and using more repeaters than you probably need to if you're making this one. But this one is still much smaller if you're still needing space. So this one is 3 by 8 by 4, which is 18% the size of that, which is even smaller yet, this is tiny compared to that, but it has the exact same purpose. So if I turn this on, and you can see that if you just power this block, it'll turn the clock off, which is very convenient. And so the signals are the same here, which is good. And now I believe if I shoot this one, nope, the other one. And sometimes it's a little slow, but that's what it's supposed to do. So all you got is a basic receiver, or 2 basic receivers, and then this checks the output before it goes through. Oops, other one. So as you can see, if I manually make the signal different, it doesn't let it. It locks the repeater before it can. Same thing with this one. Locks the repeater before it can change it. Which I think, is there a name for that kind of logic gate where if one is different it doesn't change the output? Only when they're the same does it officially change it. I'm sure there has to be a name for that. And I think we just witnessed a case of it glitching as I turned it off, giving a 1-tick pulse switch. That's its only downside, using this kind of XOR gate. If you want to use this kind, which doesn't give any weird 1-tick pulses like that and glitches the piston, then you're probably going to want to use this design of XOR gate, but somehow tweak this wiring at the end here so that's not as big. Possibly put the output to the very side, like this one's to the side of the center, and same with this one, but this one's in the very center. So I don't know how easy it would be to do that with this design, but this design, or all these designs, are pretty good for what they do, but this one and this one are the smallest of two. So I'll see you guys at my next showcase.